Well, kids, welcome to another episode of Rim Shots for Sean on our Thursday up. Well, it won't be Thursday, but it's Thursday we're recording it. Probably Friday you'll see it. I'm here with the one, the only Chuck Woodrow. What are we calling this, Chuck? It's our East Coast, what?
I call it Entertainment Weekly.
Entertainment. I love it. Entertainment Weekly. So it's the Entertainment Weekly on Rim Shots with Sean. And Chuck, of course, is the host of East Coast Hour, which basically is all things East Coast, Atlantic Canada, Maritimes, you name it. So without further ado, what's going on this week, Chuck?
Sean, I've got lots of great things to talk to you about today. I want to talk about some individual artists and groups. First of all, Lenny Gallant, he has a performance coming up at the Harbourfront Theatre, which is taking place on June 28th. Lenny Gallant, best-selling, multi-award-winning East Coast singer-songwriter. He's returning to Summerside's Harbourfront Theatre with a special concert for the summertime. It's following a series of sold-out concerts over recent festive seasons that he's had there. The show is promising to put some sunshine into your heart and soul as well, making for an essential date as part of your summer schedule in PEI. Now, if you're heading over there, you might want to try to catch Lenny. Lenny and his fabulous band are going to be performing some new material for an upcoming album, and they're also going to be doing some work from his music that he did with the late Jimmy Buffett. And I recently spoke to Lenny about his friendship and his work with the late Jimmy Buffett. So if you can catch that in one of my previous episodes of East Coast Hour. Now, you expect a lot of laughs from Lenny, some great tales, some very poignant moments, and some occasional surprises that promise to make your island summer unforgettable. You can learn more about that show and many more by going to his website, www.lennygallant.com. Now, Human Missile Crisis is a group that I have featured on East Coast Hour. They're going to be putting on, or taking part in, I should say, the Kentville Punk and Metal Show. That's happening June 15th at the Tower. You can rock out with some of the best punk and metal bands from all over Nova Scotia, and that's taking place at the Tower above King's Arm Pub in Kentville. The event is going to kick off with some special acoustic pre-show stuff with Goodbye Summer at 7:45, and it's going to be then followed up with a full-blown punk and metal show from 8 p.m. onward until midnight. There's going to be live performances from Vormir, from Human Missile Crisis, from North of Nowhere, and Turbo as well. It's expecting to be a rowdy night of headbanging and moshing until midnight. You have to be 19 years of age and over.
Love it.
Yeah, so $18 in advance, and you can get your tickets by going through Eventbrite. Now, you can follow the group as well on their Instagram account. It's Human Missile Crisis, or search them out on Facebook as well. And as well, Human Missile Crisis and their friends are going to be performing at the Seahorse. That's coming up on Friday, June 28th. They're going there for the very first time. They're going to be joined by Wax Forest, Safe Word, Souvenir, and Big Ricky's Illegal Fireworks. And that's an event, again, that's happening on June 28th. Now, Jackie Putnam is someone who just became known to me. She's going to be on my episode 15. She has some performances that are coming up. She's going to be doing some unique performances, taking some shows onto the ferries around Nova Scotia. She's going to be on the MV The Cat between Yarmouth and Maine. That's coming up beginning June 14th for a few days. She's going to be entertaining worldwide travelers on the Gulf of Maine for, again, several days. Then she's going to be on the MV Fundy Rose between Digby and St. John, New Brunswick. That's beginning June 23rd. And then she's going to follow it up with 2 weeks of being on the MV Alucinue. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly, but between North Sydney and Argentia, Newfoundland. So that's quite unique performances that she has lined up there. You can find out more about Jackie at her website, JackiePutnam.com. And she's also appearing on East Coast Hour this week on episode number 15. So you can check out her music there. So Michelle Ryder, she's going to be the latest chapter in her story. It's going to be released on June 28th with a new release called Closer to You. She's once again teamed up with Mark Horton to write a super catchy pop song and with rock sensibilities, they say. The international success of Lie to Me which was her most recent release. It's produced some excellent numbers by independent artist standards. It was picked up by the Rock Radio Network, where it's appearing on almost 5,000 stations in 142 marketplaces. So congratulations to Michelle on that success, and you might want to try to catch her new release. And while the song will be on the streaming platforms, the focus really for Michelle in this one is going to be on YouTube, because that's proven to be a very good platform for her and her music, with over 110,000 views and 10,000 interactions on her last single. So this song is going to be part of what will eventually become a full-length release, and it should be out in late 2024. While the last releases have gained over 150,000 streams, her return of investment on those has been absolutely amazing. So if you haven't heard of Michelle Ryder, you might want to check her out. There's going to be a lyric video that comes out, as well as a performance video that's going to be released in the next couple of weeks. So check her out. The Town Heroes, they are, I just recently chatted with Mike Ryan of the Town Heroes about their upcoming performance that's going to be at Stanfest. You can catch that as well on episode 15 on East Coast Hour. Mike and the band have been very busy and writing. They're getting ready to release a new album that's taking place this month. Now, they have an interesting release party that's happening for that album. It's a secret release party, which the ticket buyers know all the information. They know where it's located, how much the prices are, what the venue is, but the band has no idea. The band doesn't know where they're going for the release party. They're going to be blindfolded, and actually the blindfolds will come off when they're on the stage. So they're not going to know where this release party is being held. Interesting take on a release party for a band. We feature this week on the show. Yeah, I love it too. I was intrigued when Mike shared that information. We feature on episode 15 their video called In Your Head. That's part of their album that's coming out. So you might want to check that out. But interesting concept on a release party. So the Town Heroes always entertaining band. And if you watch some of their videos, it's just, they're funny to watch, but good meaning behind the lyrics. Now, Boxcar Country Music Festival is happening in St. John, New Brunswick. That's July 25th to the 27th. Now, I contacted the festival. I've talked about the festival already. I promoted it already on East Coast Hour, but I made some contact with them, and they have offered up an absolutely amazing set of packages and prizes that I'm going to be offering on East Coast Hour. Now, they have performances that are lined up from Brett Kissel, the Mainlanders, Tristan Horncastle, Hope King, Chris Cummings, and there's many, many more. But now what they've offered up to me is they are giving me 3 pairs of weekend passes to the Boxcar Country Music Festival in St. John. And so each pass is worth $259. So between that and the Rockwood Park Campground have also offered up 3-night tenting sites. So I'm going to be awarding prizes on episode 15 of over $600 per prize package to go to the Boxcar Country Music Festival. So I suggest people watch episode 15, learn how to go about getting your prize and getting the chance to win, because it's absolutely amazing. And I thank them so much. I thank Cass at the Rockwood Park Campground, and as well Sarah at the Boxcar Country Music Festival. They were absolutely amazing, and I didn't even have to ask for. They just came forward with it. So they're very, very interested in the channel, but more so interested in people helping to celebrate their festival. So tune in, episode 15, some great prizes, just about $2,000 worth of prizes that I'll have offered up. And just a reminder to everyone to check out East Coast Hour on YouTube. There's all kinds of episodes. We'll have 15 of them up there as of Sunday. And it's a weekly show. You can watch the videos and share them with your friends. I've put a lot of hard work and effort into it, and I'd like to see the channel keep going. So I need you to watch the videos. That's really important. And keep continuing to watch as Sean and I get together for our weekly updates. So, Sean, I think you have another festival that you are, or an event that you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, well, there's a number of festivals going on in Nova Scotia, but it's something that I want to talk about that's going to be a fun event. Is there's a it's going to happen in April. It's about getting music equipment, folks in Cuba. So you're going to see over the next couple of months
some events that we're going to be putting on to raise money for that. And some of the acts that are going to go down there are going to be taking part in this. So keep an eye out for that. I'd like to give a shout out to Chuck's folks over in Newfoundland that are offering up those prizes, because that's fantastic and good on them. And some people are going to be the benefactors of fantastic festivals over there, so that's great. And the last thing I want to say is tune into the Chuck show, because he's covering the East Coast stuff, and sometimes we get criticized for not doing enough. But when you got somebody like Chuck doing it, we don't have to. So it's great. So yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Sean. See you next week.
Ciao.